Yeah, they better not forget it either. Oh my goodness, why is their raise more than my wage? 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 We want raises, not just praises. Under attack. What do we do? Stand up like that. What do we do? Stand up like that. What do we do? Stand up like that. Thank y'all so much for standing up and fighting back. Alright, y'all, we're going to get started with our speaking program, and we would like to start out with our land acknowledgement. Alright, Shannon, come on.
We take until we get our contract, until the year is over, until next year, the year after, every single year. We're going to remember that Minneapolis Public Schools is on Indigenous land. We're going to take it deeper and remember Indigenous people everywhere that have been pushed out of their homelands. For me, that runs real deep. And I want you to feel what that means too. We're on Dakota homeland, and we won't forget. Thank you. All right, give it up for Shannon again, y'all. Yeah. All right, y'all, we brought y'all here today because we're having a hard time right now getting our contracts done. So we need to make sure that we get the information out here to our families, to our communities, to the students that we serve every day. You know, there's a rock in the road that is stopping us from getting this settled. And we need to make some noise so that everybody can hear what's going on. You know what I mean? And ain't no way that their raise should be more than our wages. Okay? Now, ain't no way. And one job should be enough, period, for any education. One job. When I say one job, you say should be enough. One job should be enough. One job should be enough. One job should be enough. Come on now. Now if they can get raises every year, if they can get raises, we definitely deserve one because we on the ground floor with these students. ESPs, we are the first ones to see the students in the morning, and we're the last ones to see them when they go home. You hear me? Okay? So when they say that ESPs don't deserve a living wage, we got a problem. You hear me? We still got ESPs that's homeless and need help. Okay? Because you know what? When that rent go up and the cost of living go up, groceries going up, we need raises too. You see what I'm saying? Because our working conditions are our students' learning conditions. That part. Okay? So that's one thing that we want to make very clear. Everything that we do is centered around students. Okay? Everything. We show up every day for these students. And we need the district to show up for us and have our back.
I'm Marcia Howard, president of the teacher chapter, and I want to thank Katina Neal Taylor, president of the ESP chapter. Y'all know how it works in this union. It's 2 chapters, 3 contracts, 1 name, right? Okay? 2 chapters, 3 contracts, 1 name.
That's right.
Y'all need to, it's 1 union. We are just 1 union. And so when we come to the table, hat in hand, our hearts on our sleeves, and we say, this is what we're going to do to recruit and retain educators, to fully staff our schools, and what we're going to do to recruit and retain the families, our market share of the families that are supposed to be in Minneapolis public schools. What we expect is for them to sit at that table and work with us, because they are supposed to have the same goals. Am I right?
Yeah. Hello.
But for any of us who have been following bargaining, that's not quite what's been happening.
Right. Respectfully decline.
And at George Floyd Square and at our Union Hall, I say the same thing, we say the same thing. It is all connected. Y'all see what is happening in this nation yet? It is all connected. When we talk about forging strong communities, forging strong schools, supporting strong families, our environment, each other, all of that is connected. These are the ties that will bind us, and we're going to have tensile strength, right? So if something does come at us, you will know that the union, the Board of Education, and the district are all working in concert to make sure that our families and our co-workers are safe, right? Woo! Here's the thing. What does safety look like? What does safety look like? Because safety looks a lot to me like knowing how you're going to pay your rent or your mortgage. Yes?
Come on now. Come on now.
Safety looks to me like when your car go ka-plunk trying to get you to school, to your work site. You don't have to figure out huge life choices as to whether you're going to get your car fixed or not.
Come on now.
Safety, true safety looks like you and your family can make choices because you know you're going to be at the school that you are in, and you can actually make future choices, right? Stability. Because that brings safety to students who want to recognize the faces that they see in their school. If they say, my big sister or my big brother had you, and they know when they step in a school who they're going to have. Who keeps us safe?
We keep us safe.
Who keeps us safe?
We keep us safe.
Who keeps us safe?
We keep us safe.
But you have to plan. You have to be planful for that safety. And that means making sure that your priorities are for safe staffing.
Come on now.
And you know what guarantees that, or at least helps along with that. You got people tired. It's only the 2nd week of school. They already tired. Tell me I'm lying.
You ain't lying.
So this is what we're going to do. We're going to fight, but it's going to be a delicious tension. I'm going to say it again. A delicious tension. We're going to have a delicious tension when we know that people on both sides of the table are fighting, supposedly, for the same thing.
Okay.
Right? Students and our co-workers. Oh, come on now. Thank you for your service. They never paid a bill for me. Not a one. Not a one. Not a one. Don't you let them try to guilt you into saying that a damn near $1 billion contract can't get reprioritized and shifted to serve the students and the families. This is a public school using public dollars to educate the public. So what we're going to do in the public eye is to all gather together as the public and as educators and as the union, and as families. And we're going to say, y'all answer to us.
Come on, man. All right, well, I want to introduce our next speaker, Laura Carpenter, a caregiver. Come on up, Laura.
Hi, my name is Laura Carpenter. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I am the mother of a middle school child who is autistic and dyslexic and utilizes special education assistance throughout the day to be able to access their education. This year started with my child's special education teacher, their case manager, informing me that my child's IEP will not be fully honored. They do not currently, they do not currently have support in some of their electives throughout each day. Right.
Hello, Commissioner Conley.
They are attending those classes without someone to help them interpret, often indirect communication that can trip up my child's very literal brain. They are going without someone to help them read instructions. They are going without someone to help support them organizing their materials, and without someone to help them take a break when the sensory environment of a crowded classroom becomes overwhelming.
That ain't right.
These are all some of my child's identified needs, and it's the reason why on their IEP they have support throughout their entire day. And their IEP is a legal document that MPS is supposed to implement. Without support in all of the classes, my child faces consequences from most simply feeling overwhelmed or confused, not being able to read or organize their work, to experiencing social misunderstandings that have led to very serious outcomes in the past. Just last year, my child's SEA was out of the room for just a few minutes out of a classroom because she had to go to the bathroom. Understandable. My child had a very hard social interaction that led to them being shoved to the floor and having a concussion. That was very hard for my kid and the other kid involved. This is not the first time my child has been hurt when support was not present. I have a lot of stories I could tell you. And for years, all the hard things that have happened when understaffing has led to less support than their IEP mandates. It's become predictable. Now I'm being told by their teacher that their school has not been given enough staff time from the district to cover all the minutes of support that all the students who need it, for all the students who need it in their building.
That ain't right.
And my child is going without support part of each day in their electives so that staff can support other students in their core subjects. I am holding my breath as I wait for the inevitable next hard thing that my child will experience due to being denied the support that they need to be able to learn with their peers. This is all incredibly unfair to the educators who are having to make complex calculations to spread not enough support across so many students who need it.
Right.
Every NPS student has a right to whatever they need to access their education. It is the responsibility of our district to equip staff and students with what they need to be successful. I am so grateful to you, the educators, who are advocating for our students. And I demand that MPS prioritize our kids by providing the educators the tools they need to support our families.
All right now, yeah. Thank you, Laura. Give her another hand, y'all. Yeah. That's what
Our next speaker is a teacher at Northeast Middle School, Jane Hornsby.
My name is Jane. I have taught middle school in this district for about 3.5 years, and I worked on the class size proposal for our new contract, the one that the district respectfully declined.
I
I wanted to work on this proposal to try and fight for the sort of classes where my students could get the help that they needed and where I wouldn't be worried about my ability to just keep my students safe. The district failed to offer a counter-proposal for how they think we should address the problem of ballooning class sizes. As of writing this, my largest class roster is at 50.
What?
The district is betting on a large percentage of these students not showing up, and they haven't all shown up. Right now, there's only 42 in that class. 42 11-year-olds and one adult, that's me. But not only is hoping that kids go elsewhere not a good plan, but we've also been told that there are more coming tomorrow who are unable to get transportation for the first week and a half of school. So I can expect that class of 42 to grow. It should go without saying that 42 is too many. It's too many to fit in the room safely. I have a student in a wheelchair who cannot navigate the room without multiple students having to get up, move their chairs, move tables, and I can only imagine how that makes this student feel. It is too many to have a class discussion. Best practice, people will tell you that whoever's doing the talking is doing the learning, and if I were to have a class discussion, my students would have about 30 seconds to speak. It's too many to be aware of everything that's happening in the room, from bullying to escalating potential fights to mental or physical health crises. But what I think is like the best example is when I think about trying to give my students meaningful feedback. If all of my students do a summative, I've adopted a system now of setting a 5-minute timer per assignment so I can move through my assignments quickly. 5 minutes seems like the minimum amount I need to like take 3 minutes to speed read the assignment, 2 minutes to offer just like even a minimal amount of feedback on their writing, on their critical thinking, all the awesome skills that they should be having. If I took 5 minutes to grade each of these students, I have 184 students as of today. That would be 15 hours of nonstop grading. If I spent the entirety of my 55-minute prep period every day grading, it would take me over 3 weeks to grade one assignment. But that's obviously not what I do because I have to lesson plan, connect with families, fill out paperwork, or do some very necessary dissociating after having 50 kids. So I spend my own time doing this, which basically means the district is exploiting our care for our students to wring every possible drop of energy out of us. Because if I don't plan for that next class, I feel it, the students feel it, the people in that room don't feel it. So I'm always going to show up for my students. What I'm not going to do is keep sitting by and letting these class sizes get larger and larger. Because they keep saying that the class sizes are going to shrink, and they've gone down, and then they've gone back up, and down, and up, and at the end of the day, it's still too many kids to be safe in a room. And we need a counter-proposal so we can start moving, and we need that counter-proposal to be respectful of the things that we put up with every day.
I did want her to speak in the inside of the room as well, but Kim, are you here? Come on, Kim. Yeah, give Miss Kim a hand, y'all. 33-year ESP in this district, y'all. Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kim Ambers, and I've been a fellow educator with Minneapolis Public Schools for 33 plus years. I was also a student of Minneapolis Public Schools for 13 years prior to that. Polar for life, by the way.
Polars.
I'm here today to talk about ESP wages. To be honest, we ESP want a decent pay increase for the 23-25 contract school year, but let me tell you what happened. After that amazing win for ESPs, as we were all excited to finally make what we thought would be closer to a livable wage, only to find out that our hours had been decreased.
That ain't right.
With our hours being decreased, it has put us in the same situation we were in prior to winning the increase in hourly pay for the 23-25 bargaining wins. Yes, we want an increase in pay, but without the hours to go with it, it's not making a difference. We do not make a livable wage with the hours that we work. ESP deserve to make a livable wage. One job should be enough. We make school happen. Without ESPs, schools wouldn't function the way they do now. I was born and raised in North Minneapolis. I work for Minneapolis Public Schools and struggle to live in the community that I grew up and work in. Everything in this community has increased, from rent to gas, water, lights, everything but our pay. I've heard people from the district mention that money should go closest to where the children are, but with the increases that I've noticed that they have given to themselves and turn around and offer us 1 and 1.
That ain't right.
And we're the people who work closest with the children. Make it make sense. Minneapolis must do better for ESPs. We make school happen. Our challenge for us is to believe that these changes are possible when we're working within a system for a long time that is so unresponsive to the needs of us. And the people in power have 1 million excuses for why it can't be better. I say no, no, no. It can get better. And I believe it will get better if we start working together for the betterment of our students, family, community, and most definitely their hard-working employees, us. The last time I spoke at a rally, I talked about how the district needs to learn about addition and multiplication because they're pretty darn good at subtraction and division. I say add money for all of us. Teachers, ESPs, all of us. I say add hours for ESPs. I say pay ESPs a livable wage.
Come on.
To the district, I say your raise should not be more than an ESP's yearly wage. Hello. Mic drop.
Hey, give Miss Kim another hand, y'all. Miss Kim in the house. Hey, all right. I want to bring up our next speaker, Nate. Come on up, Nate.
Nate Hart Anderson, adult education. This is the year for adult and pay parity. Pay parity, come on now. This is the year.
We can see the sign. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Anderson, and I am a proud adult educator. I have a teaching license, adult basic education teaching license. I have a master's degree in adult education, but you wouldn't know it when you look at my paycheck. So I'm a member of the bargaining team like Jane earlier who spoke, and one of the great things about being on the bargaining team is learning about our colleagues, learning about what work is like at the different schools and the different programs across our school district. You also get to hear the kind of rhetoric that leadership at our district uses to tell us why they don't want to listen to us, why they don't want to pay attention to the things that we're telling them that we see in our classrooms every single day. I've seen us at that table be told that the demands we are bringing to the district are utopian. Today I heard someone talk about their child receiving the support they need. That's not utopian. I heard someone talk about having 42 students in their middle school classroom. Wanting to fix that is not utopian. I heard someone talk about earning a livable wage, supporting our students every day, That is not utopian. It's also not utopian to pay teachers the salary that their training and education deserves. In adult education, we are proud to serve many of the most vulnerable people in our community. Our students are immigrants, they're refugees, they're adults who never finished high school. They're adults who maybe never learned how to read. What we do in our program is hugely important. We support our community. We empower parents to show up for their children. We empower staff to be better educators because we educate some staff who work in our own schools. For too long, the leadership at NPS has not really paid attention to adult education and the vital work that we do. But with the power of this union, we're putting those days behind us. Right now, we're demanding pay parity for adult educators. But that's really nothing new. Adult educators in NPS have been advocating for pay parity for longer than some of the folks who are telling them no have even been alive.
That part.
So it's time for us to make a change. It is time. And when we talk about things being utopian, I have a child who is a first grader in St. Paul Public Schools. And I've been hearing, my cell phone's been blowing up with people telling me how big their classes are. My class is this big, my class is this big. So I asked my 6-year-old how big his first grade class was. And he told me it was 24. Isn't that a great number for a first grade class to have 24 students? That didn't seem utopian to me. That seemed like that's probably about right. Okay? Well, you know what else seems about right? St. Paul already pays their adult educators the same wage that they pay their other teachers.
That part.
So if St. Paul can do it, you know, anything they can do, we can do better. Right? Or I'll take just as well. I'll take just as well. So I think something that's so important to remember, though, is that we only get what we're fighting for. We only get what our students need. We only get what our colleagues need. And we only get what our families need when we all fight for it together. And what they want to do, and we're already seeing them do it now, they want to divide us. They want you to look at somebody else and make a moral judgment on how much you think they really deserve. That's not the way that we do things. We pay people based on the impact of their work. We pay them based on their training, their professionalism, and the importance of this public education work to our community. So, I know how much all of us here know because we show up and do this work every day. This is a room full of public educators. Nobody's here without having the commitment and the dedication that that kind of work requires. And we need to apply that same level of commitment and dedication to helping the folks who make decisions that impact us and impact tens of thousands of students across the district to recognize that we cannot just, I wanted to say, sit on our rear ends and do things the way that we've been doing them when the way that we've been doing them is not working. It's time for us to make sure that students have their IEPs filled. It's time to address ridiculously large class sizes. It's way, way past time to pay ESPs a livable wage. And it is time for pay parity for adult education teachers too. Thank you.
This is the year. Our next speaker is from South High, Emma Peterson. Yeah! No, Sullivan.
No, I teach kindergarten, and I mean, what? Okay, we're all tired. Yeah, I'm tired. And looking around, right? How many of our colleagues were not able to make it tonight because we're tired? Yeah. What we're doing here, though, is a representation of all of us. So I have a call to action. The main source of our power here is to organize our group of nearly 4,500 educators and thousands of our families and community members. How many people here have already taken a picture with one of these signs? Incredible. Amazing.
Yeah.
Our goal is to get over 90% of these pictures. So if you are a cat or a steward here, make sure you're marking those on our roster so we can track that participation. These actions on their own, taking a single picture, can feel kind of silly. But when you consider the impact of 4,500 educators, families, community members joining in this action, it provokes conversations between our members and what matters most to them. Raise your hand if you are going to ask one person at your site to take a photo in the next week.
All right.
Our second ask that you might not have heard about yet. In the back of our Destination District Report, if you've not received one of these lovely booklets yet, or seen it online, on the back page, all sorts of ways stakeholders, educators, families, community members, elected officials can get involved. There is a community sign-on letter there. If you know or you're connected with a church, a mosque, a synagogue, a neighborhood activist group, please talk to them about signing on to that letter. Jeanette, where's Jeanette? Jeanette is happy to talk to those community organizations and help to make our fight stronger together.
Yeah. All right, give him another hand, y'all. One more hand. Everybody get that hand. Our wonderful staff, give them a hand for putting this together. Yeah. You know what? We're coming to the end of this little program we have right now, but guess what? You all are welcome to stay here and watch what goes on in there. Watch the speakers. Because we definitely gonna get up there and say a couple words. You heard me? We gotta say something. We definitely gotta say something because we all deserve better. And the only way we're gonna get better is to get out here and let it be known and let them hear us, see us, and feel us.
That part.
Marshall.
I've never been more proud to be a member of this union, even though I have been a member of this union since 1998. Because this is going to be a tricky year. The way that we are fighting is going to be a little different. Y'all notice how early we started bargaining, yeah? And the thing that tricked us off is normally I'm rabble-rousing, I'm on TikTok and stuff and talking smack because I ain't afraid to chew my tobacco twice, right? But this time we said new year, new era, right? I'm going to tell you right now, we can stay classy because educators have class, yes? Yes, we do. But as long as these class sizes look the way that they do, we might have to buck up a little bit. As long as they're not getting longevity, and as long as they're not getting bus hours, as long as you're not getting a livable wage, we can stay classy and still...
We also need affordable health care too, y'all.
That part.
And I'm gonna tell you something. Let me tell you something. As an ESP, I pay over $1,000 a month for family health insurance. So sometimes I feel like I'm just working to pay bills and just to pay health insurance. So come on now. There's a couple of things we want to remind you all of that we got happening this week.
Oh, that part. Go ahead.
So tomorrow, Wednesday, look forward to be on Zoom for our mayoral forum. So look for that Zoom link. Also this Thursday, we will be bargaining for the last time at our union, MFE Local 59, y'all. We need to turn up, show out, and if nothing, at least see how they treat us at the table.
So y'all know our last public bargaining session, because we, in case you didn't know it, we filed for mediation.
Come on now.
We did.
We didn't have no other choice.
But we still have scheduled one more public bargaining session. And what's beautiful, that we're able, I just left the VA earlier today, and you know that the administration out east went into the VA and ripped up their contract. They no longer have collective bargaining at any of our federal VA buildings, right?
That ain't right.
But we are public school educators and we still can open bargain.
Come on,
Y'all better appreciate this. Who